Hello, everyone. Happy International Day of Happiness. Oh my goodness, so great to see you all here. So thank you so much for joining us and for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments at any time, just put them in the chat and we'll go ahead and bring your comments up on the screen. But super excited because today is just a great way to kick off the International Day of Happiness. We at EduMatch are so happy to welcome our newest author, Wonder Ananya. So
Hello.
Ananya Chopra. Hey Ananya, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you here, and we're super excited for your launch of your newest book, Know Your Rights or Have No Rights, which everyone can find going to this site. Yes, indeed. We both have our copies. Yes. So check out bit.ly/Ananya Chopra. So Ananya, could you please just introduce yourself?
Sure, I would love to. Hello everyone, I'm Ananya Chopra, also known as Wonder Ananya on digital platforms. I'm a 13-year-old student author. I'm passionate about working for United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals, and I'm a strong advocate of child rights. I'm the Chief Care Officer, which is also CKO, of SDGs for Children. I'm a published author of Save a Planet and now Know Your Rights or Have No Rights.
Super awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's just been an honor to collaborate with you on this journey with you. And we want to give a huge shout out as well to your family who's watching on YouTube. So hello to mom and to brother Ayush. So great to see you all. And thank you to everyone who's joining us in the comments. So you have some claps as well as Dr. Dave, who's saying this is incredible, Wonder, so impressed with you. And mom saying congratulations. So proud of you. Yes, we are definitely proud of you. So we're going to go ahead and kick things off with a very first question. So tell us a little bit about your book. What is Know Your Rights or Have No Rights about?
That's actually a great question. So, Know Your Rights or Have No Rights is a book that educates children about their rights, also known as child rights. 30 years ago, world leaders made a historic commitment to the world's children by adopting the United Nations Conventions on the Rights of the Child. In my book, I've tried to characterize each right creatively in a graphical format so that it becomes easy to understand, and I truly believe that every child must know about their right. So I say, know your right or have no rights.
Oh, I love that. Yes, you are definitely educating other kids around the world about the rights that they have, and this is just so important for them to know this. So thank you for everything that you've done to help equip, everyone in your generation with this information. This is so super important. So right now we are going to bring on our very first guest. So Dr. Pandey, welcome, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely. I'm thrilled, excited, and happy for many, many reasons on this day. I'm Ashok Pandey, Ananya's former headmaster, teacher, friend, and Ananya has inspired me in so many ways. So I'm absolutely delighted.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me on the show, Sarah and Ananya, both of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for being here. It is so great to meet you. We got to read your beautiful words in the book. So in the forward here, we have Dr. Pandey and his great comments about Ananya and just talking about just your journey together. And you were talking about how you saw her, kind of grow up and develop into this amazing advocate that we have in front of us today with a lot more that she's going to be doing in the future as well. So what's been like?
Yeah, Sarah, certain things I have written in my foreword and certain things I had kept secret for today. So let me first tell you what I have written so that the viewers can know before they read it in the book for themselves that I have written. In fact, I began by saying that coming events, cast their shadow. So when this young girl was even younger, though she never liked to be known as younger or younger to someone, particularly in the presence of her brother, and I knew that she's going to do a lot of things and she's going to do us very, very proud. So that was very, very obvious to us as teachers. The second thing is Ananya's story only reiterates the fact, endorses the fact that for any child to grow, to accomplish, to achieve her goals in life, two or three things are very, very important. In fact, I'll put it only two things. One, of course, you have to have a very, very supportive family, right? And second is that you have to have great teachers around you. And Ananya has been very, very lucky, I would say, blessed. In fact, wonderful parents she has, very blessing, spiritually inclined grandparents, and let me tell you, and a very non-threatening sibling as well. You see, so that also makes a lot of difference. I mean, non-threatening I use just for fun, but absolutely fantastic gem of a brother she has. And of course, I know back in India, now in Canada, she is surrounded by very inspiring, supportive, loving teachers around her. So I think that is one thing. The second thing, of course, is I mean, she is just an example where very few children and very exceptionally brilliant children, they discover their inner calling so early in their life. You see, and they find their purpose, and she's one of those exceptional young children that she found that what exactly she wants to do, right? So she wanted to groom her personality, she wanted to be a great person. So whether it is academics or sports or community service, she took them all along, and that is where she discovered the area in which she would like to specialize, and what we are doing today is the result of that. You see, so that is something very, very important, and I think her story, she will share it herself, but for all the children of the world, I would say that if right from the beginning, they start developing a world view, a global citizenship, right? A citizenship rooted in your family values, I think then sky is the limit for you.
Yes, that is so spot on and important to keep in mind. And oh my goodness, yes, we are just all so proud of Ananya and everything that she has done and will continue to do. So we want to thank you so much, Dr. Pandey, for being here and for sharing your words.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm absolutely delighted. I congratulate her. And this is only her second book. One thing I just missed, Sarah. I told you, I want to tell you one thing which I have not written in the forward.
Oh yes.
I was so scared of her brother, Wizard Ayush, and Wonder Ananya, that I knew they are going to do something extraordinary. And that is why, in a hurry, 4 years ago, I wrote my own book,
Oh,
because I knew that they are going to come out with a book. So let me produce one so that I don't have to write a book under pressure after the publication of their books.
that is hilarious. And yes, y'all are so inspirational. That just shows the magnitude of your inspiration. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Pandey. It was great to see you and to hear your
Thank
words.
you very much. Congratulations on
Thank
this
you
great
so
day.
much for
And
coming.
may you succeed. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All right. Wonderful. Well, it was so great to hear from Dr. Pandey. So that is awesome. So speaking of the inspiration that you have, that Dr. Pandey just shared, as well as everyone, as we can see from the comments, there's so many comments, people coming to celebrate you. So what was your inspiration for writing this book?
So that's actually a great question. I've seen many children being deprived of their basic right, like the right to education or even not being part of the decision of choosing any one of their parents in case of unfortunate situations like separations. I felt children too are human beings, like adults, and they have their rights. When I came to know about the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child that sets out these child rights, I thought of taking these rights to every children in every corner. My book is one of the formats which I begin with. I'll be working on my mission in various forms like workshops, tweet meets, social media engagements, and many more. These are the rights that must be realized for children to develop to their full potential.
Yes, absolutely. And I love that you're spreading your message in so many different ways. You talked about like future events that you'll be doing as well. Just your passion about this topic is just so inspiring. So absolutely. And yes, and you have you have everyone coming on to celebrate you. We are so happy for you and so proud of you.
Thank you.
Just bringing on a comment from Ikwa saying family values. Family is absolutely everything and a linchpin to achievement. So congratulations to your family as well. Absolutely. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you. So could you tell us a little bit about your experience or journey as you were writing this book?
Sure. It was during the first lockdown due to the pandemic last year when millions of children, including me, were out of school
Mm.
that I decided to write this book. I remember staying up late in the excitement that I wanted to finish working on this book. I started with simplifying each right in the language that children can understand, and then added pictorial representation in form of different child characters. I wanted to include children of all color, religion, abled and specially abled, as rights are fair. They belong to all. This idea of inclusivity in the book was very well supported by EduMatch. I got a great illustrator to work with who could read my mind and was able to give shape to my thoughts in the form of different characters in the book. I can say that my journey with EduMatch has been amazing, and I want to thank Sarah Thomas ma'am and Janelle ma'am for all their help.
Oh, thank you so much. That means so much. Like it has been an honor to work with you and to work with to just your whole family. I just love you all so much. So, yeah, and you mentioned Janelle Tabaranza who did these beautiful illustrations. So just kind of flipping through just to show you all just a couple pages. Let's see. So this one, and just we have all different kinds of children from all over, lots of representation in the book. So absolutely love that, how you brought these characters to life, and every child can see themselves represented in this book. So again, kudos to you. Kudos to just everyone involved in the process. This has just been an honor to work with you, and it makes me so happy to see your vision come to life. So this is
Thank
great.
you. Thank you
Good.
so much.
Thank you. All right, and at this point we have another guest who is here to join us today, Mr. Bruce Ferguson. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you in. So hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be on the show.
Well, thank you. We are excited to have you as well. So, Mr. Ferguson, you wrote another foreword in the book. So, if you could please introduce yourself to everybody who's tuning in right now who doesn't already know you.
All right. I'm Bruce Ferguson. I've been involved in human rights for about 15 years now. I did not know what they were before that because they hadn't been emphasized in my education. And that's something that I think we're all trying to work on. And the interesting thing is that rights and responsibilities must go together. That there's not just one flow of my rights, my rights. One has to take responsibility for everyone's rights in order to have one's own rights.
Yes.
So that inspiration was something I was working on a different line, and then I met Ananya.
Wow. Yes, and I definitely want to second what you said about how the rights and the responsibilities, they are two sides of the same coin. Absolutely. Absolutely. So in the book you were writing about like how you all go way back and how she impressed you at the age of 10 years old. 10 years old. So could you take us back to that moment and anything else that you'd like to share with us?
Absolutely, and thank you very much, Sarah, for even putting this whole show together. And I hope to see my younger brother, Dr. Pandey, having his show at some point. Of course, always after Ananya. You know, that seems to be how our process is. Peter.
Love
Um, anyway, 4 years ago, I was invited to the Chopra House in Delhi as part of. I was there for another program, and I had been working with Ayush, her older brother, on some programs with the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and actually then getting into the Sustainable Development Goals, which are the newer version. And I was amazed to meet this 9-year-old at the time, powered up, articulate, determined young lady who took me aside and said, I'm going to have my own program. I'm going to show the world what rights are and how important they are. And uh, I was kind of blown away at the time. But I was, unfortunately, like when we get older, there's this idea that, oh, what a wonderful thing. She, is just competing with her brother. I hope something comes of this, nice girl. No. Ananya, then, I didn't recognize this powerhouse that lay underneath this this determination. And she just has blown all the stops out. And uh, fast forward to where we are. Ananya has taken on the world with a new focus, actually, which is something that I was not aware of at the time. Just shows you're never too old to learn. And I had not been aware of the Convention for Child Rights. I had always been focused on the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which was written in 1948, and is kind of the basis of the 30 human rights that is taught in civics classes and so on. And that was what my program was doing. This program on child rights was an eye opener, and because I've always thought about how this education needs to be developed in the course of an educator's delivery to children at different stages. It's not, okay, you do it for one class and then you sign off, okay, check mark, done. No, rights and responsibilities need to be taught throughout the educational process at different levels. And I think that's what Ananya has brought together here, is the starting point. It's the basis of where rights and responsibilities can be taught, because at a young age, part of those responsibilities are shared by the parents, by the educators. It's not all on a 5 or 8 year old child, you know? Um, and so I think it's a very important aspect of learning rights and responsibilities that Ananya has brought to the table. And speaking of learning, I've covered both Ayush and his sister Ananya, the star of today. Um, and the common denominator of their education is actually, common denominators are two. The first, as Dr. Pandey said, is her parents. Hemant and Jyoti Chopra have enabled their children to excel in um, sports, in education, and in a life understanding that every parent should take as an example. It doesn't mean that they're any easier to deal with when they're growing up. Probably more difficult because they have their own mind and they're developing their own channel and their own intellect. But you allow them to go through that process, and this is what you end up with is someone like uh, this pair of kids, this Chopra kids. Ayush has spoken at the United Nations at 15 years old. Actually, on his 15th birthday, he spoke at the United Nations and brought the house down. And the other common denominator that I want to bring up is their schooling in India. You've just heard from Dr. Ashok Pandey, and he is from the Shanti Devi Progressive Education Society, which is part of owns the Alcon International Schools, and where both Ayush and Ananya were educated in their early years. And this is the source of real inspirational teaching and learning by the students. This is something that I think that needs to be focused on the educator side, because we are talking about child rights, where students are taught to think and apply the information they learn and to be responsible to their communities and the world. Obvious successes. Ananya continues to wow me as she comes into her own with purpose to ensure youth of the world are provided with a resource from which they can learn about issues that are all around them, about their rights that need to be made available to them by their parents and teachers, but are not often understood or even known by the adults. So that's and then so therefore she took it on herself to write a book to ensure that that information was shared with teachers and with youth around the world. This is not a youth-specific book. It's not something that only applies to children, even though it's child rights. It applies universally.
That is such a great point about how this book is good for everyone. So for children, for the adults in their lives, absolutely. This book is just so powerful. So we want to thank you, Mr. Bruce Ferguson, for coming on and for sharing your thoughts and your beautiful tribute to Ananya. Thank you so much for taking the time out and coming on today.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. And given Ananya's passion and determination, I actually expect this book to become a staple in educators' bag of tools around the world. It certainly needs to be translated into the different languages, but English is at this point a fairly universal language as a starter point.
Yes. And
I'm just the fact of knowing your rights or having no rights says it all. If you this is providing a set of policies against which rights can be evaluated, so that if it's not just this nebulous idea that one has to have rights. No, there are very specific rights that one should have. And if you know them, you can measure what you're seeing against that and then correct the environment that you're in.
Absolutely. And how timely, this is
Isn't that true?
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Ferguson. It's great to see you and to chat with you. So we thank you for your time and for your beautiful tribute.
Thank you. Congratulations, Ananya.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Great. So that was fantastic. So many great points made by both of our special guests, just speaking to the importance of your work that you're doing. So we really would love to hear from you. What rights in the book are some of your favorites?
So I'll read it from my book.
Okay, perfect.
I have 3 favorite rights. It's so good. So one of them is Article 27, which states you have the right to food, clothing, to safe place to live, and to have your basic needs met. You should not be disadvantaged so that you can't do many of the things other kids can do. This is one of my favorite rights. The next one is Article 28, which states you have the right to a good quality education. You should be encouraged to go to school to the highest level you can.
Mm.
And the last but not least, my favorite right is Article 29, which states your education should help you use and develop your talents and abilities. It should also help you learn to live peacefully, protect the environment, and respect other people.
Love that. Could you show us some of the pictures as well?
Sure.
All right, thank you. Ah, very nice. Very nice. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Fantastic. So thank you so much for that. Our time is starting to come to a close, but before we get into the giveaways, we wanted to ask you one more question. What are some words of advice that you would give to any other student activist? Because I mean, you are really making an impact in the world, and if other, many other students look up to you, and if they don't know you, they soon will. So, what are some words of advice that you would give to any other student activists?
So, the actions or inactions of adults or even the government impact children. Children's views should be heard and considered. This should begin at our homes, but not limited to our own families, but also in the political and educational process. A basic quality of life should be the right of all children, rather than a privilege enjoyed by a few. And to make an impact or to bring the change we want with our choices and presence, we must know your rights or have no rights. In order to be treated fairly, we must know about our rights. My message to all children across the globe is know your rights or have no rights.
That is powerful. That is powerful. And I just want to give a moment to just let that sink in for our viewers. Just the title itself, Know Your Rights or Have No Rights. That, oh my goodness, that is just super powerful. Like once you told me like the title of your book, I was like, wow. So yes, so that is fantastic. So thank you again, Ananya, for coming on today and for everything that you do. I want to remind people of where they can find your book. So you can find it at the link on the bottom, bit.ly/Ananya Chopra. And someone on Facebook is saying rights and responsibilities. Awesome. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So right now, what we're going to do is that we are going to transition to the giveaways part. So we've had many comments come through. So what I'll do is that I will scroll down, and then wherever my mouse stops, whenever you say the word stop, then that person will connect with you. So make sure to, let me actually put the banner up for those so that they could get in contact with you. So Ananya is at Wonder Ananya on Twitter. So and if you are not on Twitter and you happen to win, then just shoot us an email at sarah@edumatch.org and we'll connect you. So all right, so Ananya, tell me when to stop for the first giveaway.
Should I say it?
Yeah, just say the word stop.
Stop.
All right, so this one goes to Baldev Chopra, saying congratulations, Ananya. So so this is our first winner. I'm just going to go ahead and put that in the box. Okay, great. So if y'all are already connected, then just connect with Ananya and she'll get that over to you. And if not, then just reach out to us or to her. All right. So for the next one, let me actually reset. Let me start from the top so that everybody gets the same chance. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. All right. So we have Vishal Chopra. So congratulations. Putting it in the box right now. All right. Fantastic. And we have a new comment coming up saying, so proud of you, buddy. my best friend, crewmates. So everyone is so proud of you. And again, we thank you for everything that you do. You are already making such a huge impact on the world, and you will continue to do so. Very bright future ahead. So congratulations to you, Ananya. And we want to say thank you once again to our special guests, Dr. Pandey and Mr. Ferguson, as well as to everyone who is watching, and everyone who's been part of this process. So thank you all so much. And we are looking forward to seeing what lies ahead. So thank you so much, Ananya.
Thank you so much to you too.
All right, thank you. All right, bye-bye, everyone.